MPH and Coco Levelz to this dropped earlier this year and has been named as a contender for the UKG Track of the Year by many. Peaking at number 18 at the iTunes Dance Chart, Inside the Bass playlist cover and New Music Friday UK and Ministry of Sound, 60,000 views on the official music video, 150,000 streams on Spotify and 3,000 Shazams, £2,000 funded by Spotify themselves for the ad campaign, an MPH DJ Mag live stream, usage by Sky and BT Sports for Soccer AM, Europa League semi-final and Champions League semi-final, and an exclusive MPH mix on BBC Radio 1 Sound System show, also featuring myself on 1Extra with DJ Target for the Sheffield Takeover. I just give an outstanding performance, it's so routine. I'm on the field like 5, 2, 3 plus 1, yeah, but could've went and bought the review, but I wanted to represent in the Coco T, yeah. I'm getting busy on a regular, you see me showing everybody from the same place as me. I told man that I was gonna do this all properly, you think it's a joke, you better wait and see.
When signing and orchestrating the collab, Miles sent through the demo. It was the first time we'd had contact properly, and he sent through the instrumental. Straight away I knew it was fire. And typically we'll have producers come to us with not really anyone in mind, and they kind of expect the label with the links we have to vocalists to sort of suggest someone and sort of pattern it from there. But with MPH he came and he knew exactly what I wanted. He was like, I've got this tune, I can hear Coco on it, do you think it's something we could explore? So I was like, yeah, leave it with me. I WhatsApped Coco, it's the first time I'd spoke to him in about probably 18 months since the 1Forty live in Huddersfield. And I'm like, I've got this tune for you. There's this kid, MPH, not sure if you've heard of him. He's flying at the minute in the scene, and he sent me this rhythm and he wants you to vocal it, and I think it'd work perfect. He's got a shout. So Coco's like, yeah, fire it over. He listened to the rhythm. Literally a day later, there was a WhatsApp group chat. He was like, he'd pretty much done the majority of it, and we were like, this is going to be a big record.
Locke shouted me and he said, you know, there's this kid I've been working with who I know. It's called MPH. I heard that he was being championed by EZ, etc. He sent me the beat. I was gassed, fam. I was in my kitchen, like I was doing my thing, fam. You get me? Come up with the lyrics and boom. Originally the hook was meant to be something like make them know, make them know, and then I was like, do you know what? Let me try something else. And for some reason I was just like, Levelz to this. So yeah, open logic. Draft the hook, put the hook down, you know, do a couple layers, etc. It's mad because the first verse, I actually wrote it to a drill rhythm. But I just had that verse there, I was like, is this gonna fit? And the way I flow, I thought, you know what, this is sick, it's gonna work. So yeah, on the breakdown obviously, hungry, I need feeding, belly rumbling. I did that, but I thought, you know what? I like changes in the rhythm, I don't like it to be all the same, so I filtered the beat. I thought I might as well filter my vocal and pitch it down. And then when it comes back in, big moments, you know what I mean? So that was my creative process.
My mate Hamdi sent me a Cuban sample pack with like loads of trumpets and drums in it. And I found that this one trumpet sample, it was like da 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 da. I was like, what if it just goes da 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 da? So yeah, I figured that out, and then literally a couple hours later the tune was done, because it was literally just build drums around it and then that 808 underneath. And then, yeah, the tune was literally done in a couple hours.
So with distribution promo planning, our distributor is Cygnus, and they've helped elevate the label massively over the last 3 or 4 years with the support they've provided. And the portal itself, it's as simple as just sort of uploading the track, putting the information there, the release date, what stores you want it to go out on, whether it's just streaming or purchasing like iTunes, Juno, etc. And then with the promo, we worked to quite a cohesive promo schedule on a spreadsheet where we had the date, when we were posting what, on what platform, at what time, what the content was, what the caption would be roughly, and then the link to the asset, and we all worked off that, and cohesively planning and putting that out together was what was making a splash with 3 or 4 different posts across MPH, Coco's, my personal locked page, and then the 1Forty page as well, helped just elevate it to a lot more reach. As it dropped, things were adding up and building up, and we were adding to it all the time, which is why the promo plan was initially only about 2 to 3 weeks, and it ended up going on for sort of near a 5 or 6, and it was nearly ran into MPH's next release schedule, so we just carried on doing what we were doing. But it was, you know, that's why things have still rumbled on, you know, right even up to now.
So this release was the first project my management had since I got signed to them. So yeah, it was very much like a breath of fresh air, because beforehand it was literally, I was mostly relying on the label for like content and what to post each day, and then I would just be like, this day I'll just post a clip of me playing it out, or like a graphics I got sent. Whereas now it's very much scheduled of like, this day you're posting this thing, this day you're posting this thing, and it's a lot more easier and organised, which is great. I think it's crucial that both parties are, you know, posting as much as each other. And yeah, just with communication and scheduling, so like everyone knows who's posting what day. Yeah, and I feel like that definitely helped get the tune to where it was in the iTunes charts.
Outstanding performance, it's all routine. I'm on the field like 5, 2, 3 plus 1. Yeah, but couldn't win bought the review, but I wanted to represent in the core team, yeah.
So with the music video, we kind of came up with the idea of, because of the early support we'd harvested on radio, to implement some of that and really sort of verify it. So that was kind of what we ran with, and then we used sort of a lot of points within the lyrics of the video which acted as stems to then create a scene out of that. I went a bit in depth with it in terms of what we could actually do, but it was my first time working on an official sort of treatment like that. So we kind of just bounced off each other, and with the videographer as well, big up Marps, and the venue Dryad, to see what we could do with what we had. And in the end, it came together like such a seamless video. When you look at it, you wouldn't think that we'd had stumble and roadblocks in a sense. And the way it came out was great, and it's done like, yeah, I think it's on like over 50k hits now, which is by far our biggest music video anyway.
It was sick, man, it was sick. I've known Marks for years, bro. Like I said, we knew what we wanted to do. You know, even implemented some ideas, like on like the scenes where you see me with the man them, you know, it was like, yo, get all the man them together, just have a good time, vibe, smoking, blue and red lights, things like that, you know what I mean? It's every little detail. Marks is always on job, you know, he's always got the top tips there, what he feels is gonna work, isn't gonna work, putting up with my mad self, you know. It's always better like when there's less stress in the video shoot, you know what I mean? When you can just get through it and execute all the ideas you've got. So big up Marps, man.
So the initial week of release and the impact it had, some of it was pre-planned, but a lot of it happened all off the back of the initial iTunes plan of the day of the drop on Monday. As much as we had the schedule, it kind of got thrown off a bit when the day of release went as well as it did, because we had the iTunes plan, which was to give away the instrumental for free for people that would post it to their story that they'd purchased it on iTunes and, you know, tag us, and that helped across the 3 pages again, helped elevate everything. So it got up to as high as number 18 in the iTunes chart within 24 hours. And from that was what was the catalyst for where the rest of the week went. So when we got to Wednesday, the distro said, right, you've got 18 in the iTunes chart, you know, you're alongside people like Calvin Harris and Dua Lipa, and we were like, all right, wow. So they wanted to push that into Spotify, the editorial team, and say, look, we've got this tune here that's in the mix, what can you do? And they gave us the Inside the Bass cover, which was Coco and MPH. They were the face of that for a couple of weeks. From that, then helped it get Coco's publisher, Centric, their attention, and they started pushing it into Sky and BT, and that's how it got on the Champions League and Soccer AM. I knew that the Soccer AM was coming, we were pre-warned about that, so I sat down and watched that for the full 3 hours, and it was the last 5 minutes of the show. But when it happened, I was just over the moon, because seeing your label's music on a platform like that, like Sky, you know, primetime TV almost, was incredible. And then the BT Sport with the Champions League semi-final, the Chelsea game, that was a complete surprise. I literally just made my tea, sat down, and it came on, and we didn't know this was happening, so I just couldn't believe seeing it on that kind of level when I've been a football fan all my life. And that really was just a domino effect for a fortnight of things happening, and from people seeing that level of sort of authenticity of the place it was going, drew so much more attention to it.
Centric are amazing, man, amazing. Every time I drop a song, they're always there to help. With this one, football, Champions League, semi-final, I believe it was. Just the fact that it's on these big stations and getting this exposure, do you know what I mean? All that helps. Big up Centric, because they've always got my back, and they're always looking to see how we can push the songs further through the publishing world. But yeah, the exposure on TV, and hopefully we can get some more sync from it.
So there was still things post-release that weren't included in the initial plan, which helped carry on things even longer. So on MPH's side, he just got new management, and they put him in for the DJ Mag live stream, which was TS7s with Sammy Vergi. And MPH even been able to take the clips from that of him playing it in his set, and the authenticity of it being on a DJ Mag stream, and all the posts going out of DJ Mag, again helped elevate it even further on MPH's side. And then with Coco, I think it was maybe 2 or 3 weeks after that, he was on Target's One Extra show for the Sheffield team takeover, which was kind of just highlighting, you know, a flagship artist in that city. And it was at the time of Levelz to this, so that became the topic of the conversation to an extent, and also a Sheffield route. And having an interview talking about the actual track and then playing it on prime time on Extra helped give it even more limelight and more authenticity as we posted that online as well. Cygnus have been instrumental in what was a key part of release week from the iTunes. That was all our work, but then getting it into Spotify, which then led to all the syncs with BT and Sky. That was all Cygnus's work, getting them to sort of say, look at this song, this should be cover worthy. And that, been at the top of a playlist like that for 2 weeks, you're going to get sort of more commercial attention. So in terms of what they helped add to the release, they were instrumental in the release, and I couldn't give enough thanks to Lewis and the team. And with regards to the service throughout, they were constantly sort of give us the updates of what's happening. We'll post it out on the socials, we'll see what we can do and where we can push it as well and carry on beyond Spotify. That is a testament to how good their service is, and they just go above and beyond just being a platform that you upload your music to and they push it out. They assist you from step one to the very end of the release and deliver whatever sort of assistance they can to help maximise the reach of the release and try and push it in places you might not be able to get to. So for that, I think that is why they are the #1 distributor for underground labels in the country.